What is personal property coverage on your home insurance policy? It's pretty self-explanatory. It's all of the stuff that you own, all of your personal property, all the stuff inside your house. On most insurance policies, they are going to cover this stuff whether it's inside your house or outside your house, whether you're traveling with it or whether it's inside the house with you. It doesn't really matter. On most policies, it's going to be covered. Most policies will cover your personal property for things like theft and damage. Now, it's important because there are many different policies that cover your personal property in many different ways. There's exclusions on some things, and there's some things that are always covered. So check with your insurance policy to make sure you have the best personal property coverage so that no matter what happens to your personal property, you have coverage. Two important things that it's important to check on your home insurance policy. The first one is what's called actual cash value versus replacement cost. Let me explain. If you have an actual cash value policy for your personal property, and let's say you purchased a $1,200 laptop, but it's been 3 years, that laptop is no longer worth $1,200. They're gonna give you the actual cash value of that laptop, which is probably only gonna be $200 or $300. That's not enough to replace that laptop. But if you have replacement costs, they're gonna give you whatever it costs to replace whatever type of personal property you've lost. So you will get the full $1,200 for that laptop if you have the correct policy. The second important thing to point out, and we've talked about this in other videos, is some items of personal property have what's called special limits of liability. They're only going to be covered up to a certain amount. It doesn't matter what your personal property limit is. Certain high value items are only going to be covered up to a certain limit. So check with your insurance company. If you have high value items, check with them to make sure that they're covered. And if they're not covered, you can add them on as an endorsement to your policy to make sure that they are covered for full value. Like I always say, all policies are created different. Check with your insurance company. Make sure you have all the best coverage for personal property. It's important. You don't want surprises when something happens and you need to replace your personal property.